Painted cabinets look amazing on pictures. Stained cabinets feel timeless and durable. But which one is actually correct for your home? More importantly, 5 years down the road. Today, I'm going to break down the major differences between painted and stained cabinets. I'm talking durability, maintenance, style, and cost. At the end, I'm going to show you a door style that's not stained or painted. It might be just what you've been looking for. Let's get going. This video isn't about what's trending, it's about how these finishes perform in real kitchens with real families. Stained cabinets highlight the natural wood grain. Painted cabinets cover the grain and give you a solid, uniform color. That difference alone changes how they age, how they wear, and how much maintenance they need. Alright folks, I wrote some information down, so let's go ahead and get through this. Section 2, durability. What happens over time? Stained cabinets. They hide scratches better. Minor dings blend into the grain. They age much more naturally, and they are much easier to touch up. Because stain works with the wood, not against it, normal wear tends to blend in. Painted cabinets, on the other hand, they do show chips more clearly, dark colors more so than lighter, especially blue, black, darker gray. Something to really think about. Hairline cracks can appear at the joints, which is just natural wood movement. They do require more careful use, especially when pulling out heavy dishes. I have noticed in my own kitchen whenever I've pulled out some very heavy plates or whatever, and it has definitely scraped the paint, and still haven't touched it up, but I did definitely notice that. The paint itself doesn't fail, the wood moves, and when wood moves, paint shows it. That doesn't mean painted cabinets are bad, it just means they do wear a little bit differently than stained. Section 3, style and design impact. Let's talk aesthetics here. Painted cabinets. They have the ability to create that bright, clean look. They also have modern or transitional feel. They work great in smaller kitchens, especially if you're going with a bright cabinet. They come in many colors such as green, black, blue, off-white, and pretty much whatever color is in Sherwin-Williams. So many different options. Now, when it comes to stained, they create a warm, natural feel. They're great in larger or open spaces. They add depth and richness, and they often feel more timeless than painted cabinets. Bright painted cabinets make a kitchen feel lighter. Stained cabinets makes a kitchen feel warmer. So, folks, it's gonna be, your preference at the end of the day. So let's go ahead and keep going through this. Now, cost differences. Most people assume paint is cheaper, but that's not always the case. Painted cabinets can cost more because more prep work is needed, sanding and priming, multi-stage finishing, controlled spray environment. So for example, our cabinet doors have a 7-coat finish. So it has to get sprayed 7 times. Stained cabinets. They do require less prep. The finishing process is typically a bit faster, and it's still a high quality door, is just a different process. Depending on the cabinet line, paint can actually be the upgrade. When to choose each? Choose painted if you want a bright or bold modern kitchen, you love light or bold tones, you're okay with occasional touch-ups here and there, you want a specific designer color, so as I mentioned, greens, blacks, browns, you name it. Choose stained if you want durability and low maintenance, you have kids, pets, or heavy traffic, you like natural materials, you want something that ages gracefully. If you're planning to stay in your home long term and want something that hides wear, stain is often the much safer bet. If you want a clean, modern look and love lighter kitchens, well, then paint is surely a great choice. Now, here's the most important question. Instead of asking which one is better, ask, how do I live in my kitchen? Because the right answer depends on your lifestyle, not just what's trending. Now, I said I'd show you something special. These doors are neither painted or stained, but rather wrapped in wood veneer. They are very low maintenance and are very resistant to scratches and fingerprints. The best part, they are flat and easily wiped with a cloth to almost a factory finish. So these doors are our European series, and as I mentioned, they're neither stained or painted. Go ahead and take a look. HDF door, high density fiberboard, and it is completely wrapped with wood veneer. It feels like wood, it looks like wood, and it cleans up and wears much better than either stained or painted cabinets. So we have at least 10 options of this Euro series cabinets. Go ahead and show you this side. There we go. More than 10 styles available, and Honestly, I have these in my own home and they have worked very, very well. If you're remodeling and deciding between painted and stained cabinets, drop a comment below and tell me which way you are leaning. We have more than 25 color options available in stained, painted, and wood veneer options at abcabinetry.com. If you do need any help, please feel free to reach out. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope that I've helped you make a choice. Bye-bye.